Bimbo TikTok. I'm so glad you could finally make it. You're probably wondering how you got here. Are you a leftist who likes to have their tits out? Do you like to flick off pro-lifers? Well, then this is the place for you. Are you good at math? Are you good at reading? Well, if you are, how? Hello, Bimbo Incorporated. How may I help you? Hello? Why can't I hear anything? Oh, it's plugged into my tits again. So if you're a bimbo, a girl, a gay, or a they, this is the place for you. I'm a bimbo and I'm proud.
How to act like a bougie bitch. Season 2 from your oh so favorite bougie bitch. In the South, tip number 12. Speak with conviction. Our speech is a true testament to our bouginess. Now, I'm not saying put on some fake British voice or code switching when you need something done faster. What I am saying is that every word that you speak should have the strength and entitlement of 1,000 rich businessmen. So if you ever have to check a bitch, they know you are not the one. But that doesn't mean be rude. It means be assertive. Demand respect and you'll be treated with such. So make your consonants extra crisp and your vowels extra long. And use a descending tone to sound all the more intimidating while doing it. Because when the bougie bitches are speaking, mouths are shut, ears are tuned in, and hands are ready for applause. Follow for more tips.
Does attraction make you confused? Are you a gay that has way too often fallen in love with your best friend? Been there. Then let me help you. Hello. Today, we're talking about the 5 different kinds of attraction. First, there's the most obvious one, sexual attraction. That is, do you want this person to bone you, or do you want to bone that person? Sensual attraction, which is, I want to cuddle. Please spoon me. The third is romantic attraction. That is, I want to buy you 1,000 roses and kiss your feet and tell you you're beautiful and please marry me. 4 is platonic attraction. That is, do you want to come over and eat ramen noodles while we dye each other's hair and paint each other's nails and talk about Zac Efron? And the 5th one is probably the one that I think is the least known or talked about, and that's just aesthetic attraction. That is, yeah, that person over there, that person looks nice. It's not about if you're attracted, it's about why.
Guys, I'm getting really upset because TikTok is making me feel that I've lived a very boring gay life. I'm seeing all these other gay lads posting saying, oh yeah, I remember in school when I used to hook up with the leader of the football team in the changing rooms. And I'm like, if I even dared looked at the football lads for longer than 3 seconds, they would go to punch me and call me a gay boy. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing other ones where they're saying, yeah, I've got so many straight boys in my DMs trying to hit me up. And I'm like, the only people in my DMs are 40-year-old Phil offering me a £20 allowance every Sunday if I send him regular photos of my left toe. It's like, where do you find these people? What am I doing wrong? Is it my eyebrows?
This morning, my husband unlocked my cage at 6 a.m. and said, "Make me breakfast, you dumb bitch." Before I could say anything, he told me to only speak when being talked to. It was a beautiful start to our morning. After I served him breakfast, he told me I can't eat for the entire day so he could use my beat-up, worthless, stinky pussy. Even though I've only consumed ice for an entire week, I thought about what my gay uncle once told me. A bottom's place is in the kitchen. You must always serve your alpha top. Naturally, he began pissing and using me as his personal urinal in the kitchen. He said, "Lick up my piss, you piece of shit." After he beat me for burning his toast, he calmly took me by my hair and threw me into my cage. I'm so excited for my top to come back from work and use me as a footrest while he relaxes. I love him so much and couldn't imagine life without him.
I think it's time that we talk about David. By David, I'm talking about King David, or David and Goliath David, and the relationship that he had with Saul's son Jonathan. So there are multiple different ways to interpret the relationship between the two in the Bible, but one that I want to talk about today is the possibility that they could have been homosexual, and especially with Jonathan. So I'll start off with 2 quotes. This one is from 1 Samuel 18:3. Jonathan made a covenant with David because he loved him as his own soul, and another one from 1 Samuel 18 is the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as himself. itself actually sound incredibly similar to the marriage vows in Christianity. In 2 Samuel 1:26, David expresses that his love for Jonathan exceeded that of any woman. There are quite a few really interesting articles on the subject, especially some by Susan Ackerman, who says, although male, Jonathan is depicted over and over as wife-like in relation to David. Obviously, all of this can be interpreted as you like, but I think it's really interesting to think about in terms of how homosexual people can be seen in.
Hi, I'm Helen.
And I'm Willie.
And we're a fully heterosexual couple.
So we have a problem. So we were listening to our regular Pandora station of Britney Spears.
/ Janelle Monáe.
When this random song... So we're addicted to K-pop. I just love Lisa.
I just want to cuddle her to sleep.
Different energy, but I respect that, sweetie.
I guess we're really not cut out for this, huh, Willie? Honey?
What do you say, sweetie? Oh, who's our favorite group? Easy. Twice.
Blackpink. Oh, so this is about K-pop.
Yeah.
Get out. So we're totally fine now. We decided to focus on what we have in common.
We only like the girl groups.
Yeah, for very specific reasons.
Very different reasons.
Yeah, very.
Hi, I'm Willie, and this is Willie Super Straight Wednesdays. So for my first episode in this series, I decided that I'm gonna get in shape. I got my floral sweatband, I got my workout shorts, ow. My wife even got me these super heavy hand weights. Now I don't know how much they weigh, but I think the S is on them mean like super strong or super straight, cause that's me, super duper straight. Haha. Oh, that reminds me, I need to call Brad. Oh, I haven't called Charles either. Oh, Mike used to love this stretch. Now, what inspired this, you may ask? Well, Oh, Thick Daddy 420 thinks I'm not swollen up for him. Well, you'll see. You'll all see. Health. Health. Just health. Ow. Ow. God, please. Yeah, so I kind of hated that. Who needs weights anyway? I already have a great cardio routine.
You make me feel special.
This is Willie Super Straight Wednesdays. So this week my wife surprised me with an early super duper special Christmas gift. A virtual reality headset. I realize that I'm still trying to figure out what kind of straight guy I am. That's why it doesn't seem convincing that I'm straight. Duh. So I'm gonna try being a nerdy techie straight guy that likes women. Okay, so you're saying I can be anything in virtual reality. So like say if I wanted to be like, I don't know, like an early 2000s pop star or wait, what is that? Virtual strip club. Oh, I'm going to that. Hello, strippers. Oh, it's girls. Okay. Oh, I don't have any money. This is virtual reality. Ma'am, you don't have to call the cops on me. Officer, I didn't do anything. I'm just trying to have fun. What the hell? Some mistakes may have been made, but it's okay. I've got my entire life to figure out what kind of straight guy I am. And it might take that long.
Alright, questions for tops part 2. If you are a top, please answer in the comments or duet this. I really need to know these answers. Question 1. Why are tops so bad at holding conversations? I swear to God, every time I'm talking to one, the conversation is usually so dry and I have to put in so much effort to keep any conversation going. Why is that? What am I doing wrong? Question 2. Are your non-LGBTQ friends men or women? Because I know that all of my non-LGBTQ friends are straight women, but is it different? Like, are you guys friends with straight men? Or are you also just like us? Question 3, do you consider yourself a twink? Is that a label that you think represents you well? And question 4, do you think guys in makeup are attractive? Like, while they're in makeup. Is that attractive to you? Or are you not into that? Thanks for answering my questions, and if you're cute and live in Florida, hit me up.
So, a few years ago, I was talking to this guy off of Tinder. Now, keep in mind, a few years ago, I had really long hair. This is what I looked like with long hair. Eventually, we were messaging each other enough that we got comfortable with each other to take it to the next level, and that was FaceTime. The FaceTime date was going great. We were laughing, getting to know each other, telling stories, and then, out of the blue, he decided to say, you know, you look like Tarzan, but sound like Jane. Now, back then, I was trying to be as masked as possible. Now, not so much. But I looked back at him through the phone, and I said, I'll have you know that out of all the Disney princesses, Jane had the tightest pussy. And now you're gonna get none of it. Oh, you certainly told him. I did. Yes, I did.
Bold, daring, completely toxic. A new fragrance just for the gays. A scent that makes you ask yourself, why the fuck do I hate myself so much? Internalized Homophobia by Chanel. A scent that finally matches your self-destructive behavior. Internalized Homophobia.
In case you couldn't smell it on me already.
Deck the halls with straight white couples. The men are wearing green, the women in red. What about the gay apparel or literally any other race? Hallmark, you have dropped the ball here. Don't you know people of color exist? I'd love to see two gays making cookies, and then we're all like, will they or won't they? Because they're spending the holidays as friends, but Tom hasn't been dating anyone for a while, and Jacob's boyfriend recently left him and is supposed to be in Georgia visiting family, but as it turns out, he's actually currently on a plane heading back to surprise Jacob because he loves him and it's not Christmas without him. Now, who wouldn't want to see that movie? Right?
So I just got in a massive fight with my therapist. And basically what it was about was that she was like, you need to stop being obsessed over this married man that you're seeing. And I said, no. And she was like, there have been studies. And then she threw a bunch of statistics at me about how no matter what, at the end of the day, no matter what promises he's made to me, he will never leave his wife. And I said, you know what? Fine. Then I'll leave his wife. And then I got up and laughed. Oh shit, she's coming.
This is what your unhinged top artist on Spotify says about you. You want to be loved so desperately. You are gay, and you also love the rain. You're emotionally unavailable, and you run at the first sign of commitment. Listening to Blonde is not an alternative for therapy. It's actually hurting you. Lana Del Rey is probably your least favorite person, but you also defend her with every bone in your body. Lesbian. Very much 2017 male manipulator. Get well soon. You desperately missed 2013 because it was the last time you really felt happiness, and you would give anything to go back to that. You're horny. You're bisexual, but you're either like the nicest kind or like the meanest kind. You're hot. No roasts, just you're hot. You're the most aggressive kind of person on the internet, but you have good taste. Your top song is either Watermelon Sugar because you streamed it so many times, or Fine Line because you're sad as hell. Do you need a hug? What can I do for you? You're very embarrassed.
We got L, legendary. G, gorgeous. B, beautiful, all of you beautiful people. T, tantalizing. And even Q for quality. Okay?
That was a wonderful audition. Thank you so much for coming in. You know, you are quite talented.
Wow, really? Thank you. I really appreciate that.
You know what? You look quite familiar. Have I seen you at a gay bar before?
Yeah, maybe.
So you're gay?
Yeah.
Huh. I see. Well, we are seeing a lot of other talents, so we will get back to you when we can.
I'm sorry, the character's gay. Wouldn't you not care that I'm gay too?
Listen, if you're gay in real life, then the straight girls won't want you, and we want straight girls to want you for marketing purposes. Do you see?
What?
Well, I don't like gay people, so if we send them to a gay island, they can't reproduce.
What about the bi and pan folks?
What?
The bi and pansexual people. They're not gay, they're not straight. Do they get their own island?
I guess.
So there's your issue. They come in all genders. They can reproduce.
I think you mean both genders.
Nope, there are way more than two. That brings me to my next topic. What about the trans folks?
What the fuck about them? Do they get their own trans island, or do they go to the sexuality islands? Why does that matter?
Say you send the trans lesbians and the gay trans men to the gay and lesbian islands.
Okay.
And a lot of these trans folks, for whatever reason, all personal to them, don't have bottom surgery, don't have bottom dysphoria, anything like that.
Okay, what the fuck are you getting at?
The queers can keep reproducing within the community.
Why the
fuck are you like this?
I'm an environmental science major. I actually take humanities classes.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Unlearning Christianity, Unlearning Christian Homophobia. This is part 11 in our series, and I want to talk with you about 1 Corinthians 6, verse 9. In this passage, Paul talks about certain people who aren't going to enter into the kingdom of God, and he uses two Greek words that are under question here, malakoi and arsenikotai. Malakoi means soft, generally thought of as the person who takes the passive role in this relationship. Arsenikotai means man-bed, and it generally thought of as the person who takes the active role in this relationship. Christian homophobia will say, there you go, God is against homosexuality. J. Paul Sampley is a New Testament scholar and Greek historian, and he says that if you don't understand Greek history, you might think this is against homosexuality. But if you do know Greek history, you will know that Paul is talking about heterosexual men married to women who keep slave boys in their house as sex objects. This is not about two men or two women living in a same-sex committed relationship. This is about sex, slavery, and rape.
In this video, I'm gonna show you how to manifest the dick. You heard me right, that high vibrational penis, okay? Step 1, visualize, get specific. Size, shape, girth, is it cut, is it uncut, does it curve left, does it go right, okay? Step 2, embody the feeling as if you had that dick right here and now. What would that feel like? Step 3, take inspired action. You got a cell phone, you know what to do. And step 4, detach from the outcome. Trust, know that the dick is on its way, okay? Just because you're spiritual doesn't mean you don't want to get dick down every once in a while.
What was your most embarrassing bottoming story?
I promise this is a true story. So I met this guy off of Adam for Adam. He had a giant. And he was a top and I was a top, and I decided to be brave and bottom for the first time. And even with lube, it was the worst experience I've ever had bottoming for the first time. And I'll be honest, I was bleeding and my insides hurt like hell. And days later, I was still in pain, so I decided to go see a doctor about it. And the nurse ended up being the guy. Like, it was really awkward to have to tell him why I was in. I literally said, like, I'm here because of you. He assured me that he didn't have any STDs and he was on PrEP, so it was nice. We surmised that I had some bruising inside. And we ended up making out in the nursing office.
Part 2 of the sheer ridiculousness of the 1921 debates in British Parliament regarding lesbianism. So a lot of the arguments against lesbianism heavily resemble the ones that we see today, the stuff like they're going to destroy the traditional family, and it's going to encourage sexual promiscuity without the risk of getting pregnant, stuff like that. But the main reason that they eventually decided not to pass the bill about lesbianism was that they were worried that if they actually had legislation about lesbianism, it would bring it to girls' attention. And once women knew about lesbianism, they would have no reason to stay with their husbands. Like, they were literally like, we can't tell women about this because they will leave us for each other. I live by that. I think that's beautiful. Y'all, do I have a fun history fact for you today? So I'm doing research for a term paper. My term paper is about the legality of lesbianism in the United Kingdom. Fun, right? Anyway, so I'm doing some reading on some of the debates that happened in Parliament about lesbianism, and there was a debate. Okay, so in 1921, there was an amendment being made to a bill they were trying to get passed that would allow for the penalization of gross acts of indecency between female persons. Lesbianism. The arguments that they came up with against lesbianism? One of the MPs said out loud in Parliament that lesbianism was responsible for the destruction of ancient Greek culture and the downfall of the Roman Empire.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to make the public service announcement that I will be getting married in soon time. Okay, so what had happened was I went to McAllister's to get some sandwiches and a sweet tea, you know, the classic famous sweet tea. And the cashier who checked me out when I was picking it up was really cute. And I went, I like your hair. Because he had like this like cute blue dyed hair. And he was just really cute. And I was like, I like your hair. He was like, thank you. It's like fading now, but you know, that's the circle. I was like, yep, that's how it goes. And then when he was gonna give me my change, I was like, actually, you know, I don't think I need a receipt or, you know, any change. So why don't you just go ahead and put the change in the tip jar? He was like, oh, thank you. You're welcome. You're beautiful. So if this blows up and McAllister's guy sees it, will you marry me? Yay.
This is for all the bitches in high school who had a lot to say about me. Buckle up, hoes, because it's my turn to speak, okay? Let's go. Alyssa's talking shit because your boy is gay. It's 2020, bitch, that's all you gotta say. Your man hit my line like a week ago. I know I should've, but I put this cookie right up on his nose. The jocks hating on the baddest bitch up in the scene. But now I'm popping and I leave their asses right on scene. They like, sir, why you gotta be so mean? No, I should step back, throw it back, pop up on your screen. James telling all his friends that I'm a weirdo, but still trying to get this cookie on the D-low. Jack better watch his back, shitting on my clothes. Now I'm drifting Gucci, dripping Prada, shitting on y'all hoes. Always making fun of me all up in high school. Anyways, baby girl, you peak, but that's cool. I'm not your peaking in high school, bitch. Could never be me, okay?
I'm Helen.
And I'm Willie.
And we're a fully heterosexual couple.
We have an announcement! We're going
long distance.
So as most straight couples do for Christmas, we bought each other experiences. I bought her a 4-month trip to Kombucha Camp.
All women's Kombucha Camp.
I'm a great gift giver.
And I paid for his 4-month excursion with his all-male book club.
We just read Devil Wears Prada over and over. Honey, my Ellie Goulding poster won't fit in my suitcase.
Honey, I don't think that's really necessary.
No, it is. I put it in my shrine every night that I pray to.
Honey, I don't think I have enough mason jars.
How much kombucha do y'all make there?
A lot.
Well, here it is. Our last romantic goodbye. Bye, wait, so is this the end of the Beard Couple series if you guys are going long distance for a few months? No. We're just gonna do it long distance. Why would we stop? We love attention. We're gay!
We're going to address the rising concern that is the white twink community because they're getting out of hand. Y'all, if I know a white twink and you know a white twink, the odds of them being the same white twink are exponential. And if they're not the same one, they're probably fucking each other for mediocre OnlyFans subscriptions. And we need to do better. We have children.
Hello. A lot of you asked me to read this book, so here's Santa's husband. This is Santa Claus. This is Santa Claus's husband, Mr. Claus. They are married. Santa and his husband live together at the North Pole, the very top of the world. They love keeping each other cozy in the cold, but each year it seems to be getting a little warmer. Santa's husband helps Santa with all the hard work that makes Christmas happen. From making a list and checking it twice, to feeding Santa's 8 tiny reindeer, plus Rudolph, who has a special dietary restriction to help keep his nose shiny and bright, to helping Santa negotiate labor disputes with the elves in his workshop. They have a spectacular dental plan.